Alright, what is up guys? This is Brandon back on Brandon Coin, and this is a mining cave update video. I'm upstairs. I got my two rigs up and running up here. There is the 1050 rig right there, and then the rig that's got the two 1080s and two 1050s in it also. If it's a little hard to hear me, I'll actually show you what I have up and running for a fan now. Let me switch the camera around. Alright, I have a 6-inch duct fan, and I just took a piece of plywood and I didn't do a really good cut on it. I'm probably going to redo this because this was just a scrap piece from work, but I just wanted to see how well it actually would suck air out of here. It's hard to, you can't tell on video. It actually sucks pretty good. And the idea is I'm going to have, I'll probably flip this over here. I'll have the fan that's sucking on this side, and then this fan will be blowing, and then I have some ducting on the way, so I'm going to run ducting from the sucking side up over there, down there, and I'm going to have a T so it'll pull air off the top of there, pull air off the top of there, and then eventually I'll have another rig right there, and it'll just be ducting along the top, pulling the air, the hot air off of there. And then I'll have a pushing fan pushing in outside air into the room. So I assume pretty much all times of the day, any day. Actually, hold on, let me unplug this. And I also did order a fan controller too. So a lot quieter. I ordered a fan controller. That way I can actually, you know, control the fan speed a little bit. But I assume even in the summertime, because I watch 2-ton hasher, and outside air, like even up to 100 degrees, will cool off these rigs as long as it has good air flow. So I might have to do something. I know I have fresh air coming in. I don't necessarily want to duct in fresh air because I don't know how to exactly do it. I don't know if I could run some like fresh air ducts over this side and then have them like teed off and pointing towards the rig from the ceiling. I want to reduce the amount of ducting in this room, but it doesn't have to look pretty. It just has to work because nobody ever comes up here. Well, except for this little guy. By the way, her name is Batcat. She's a good cat. But yeah, so I was just giving y'all a little update on that because summer is coming, so got to figure out your heating and cooling solutions. Well, cooling solutions. You have to figure out how to get rid of your heating solutions because these things have been awesome for the wintertime. They've heated up my house and stuff and done a bunch, but they're going to be bad in the summertime. But if you want to keep on watching, I do have another update for the mining cave. If you'll see, this is a motherboard that was donated to me by Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. He donated this motherboard. It's a FX slot. What is that? AM3 Plus, I believe. But this, I have the 8320. If you were watching a couple videos back, I wanted to get an FX 8320 and try to put it to CPU mining. For right now, I'm just going to go ahead and throw in this RX 560 that I already had. That's a 4 gig card. And then guess what came in? Boom, Big Daddy right here, RX 580, and it is a, where does it say? Oh, it's an 8 gigabyte card. So I'm going to throw that 580 in there with that 560. This motherboard actually has 1, 2, 3 full-size slots, but I don't know if I can actually fit 3 on there. Let me see here. Oh yeah, I guess I could. Yeah, because I could fit like 2 small cards on this side and then a big card over here. So I could fit 3 on here without even any risers. The idea with this motherboard for right now, I'm just going to hook it up to Simple Miner, SMOS. But the big idea with this whole setup is I'd like to get this in a full-size case, get it filled up with cards in the full-size slots, and then put Windows on this and do some CPU mining on the CPU and mine on the graphics cards with like NiceHash or even Awesome Miner. And then also use this computer as a streaming / editing computer and retire the one that I have now, because the one I have now is an older, I think it's got the AMD A8 processor. It was the little bit older, but a lot slower. The FX8 core, the 8320, is like 3 times, almost 4 times the speed, and it's got, you know, double the amount of cores, 8 cores instead of 4. And I'll have some awesome graphics cards to actually utilize when I'm not mining on them. So I can let them mine and let the CPU mine like all day long, and then when I get home, when I want to use it, I can actually use the system. So that's the idea with this one. But for right now, I'm just going to put them to work on Simple Miner, because you can't let these things sit. They can't have a day off. No breaks here. But also, here's the GTX 750 1 gig card. I just have that one sitting over to the side, and there's the 1030 2 gig. I think I may end up throwing them in this system, but currently right now I don't have any other risers, so that's kind of where we're at the moment. Somebody was asking me what my box collection looks like. So far, I know a lot of people online show off their box collections, and this is what mine looks like so far. Got some 1060 and 1050 boxes down there. These are all, that's a 1030 on the far left, and these are all 1050s. A couple Pentiums, 1080s. There's that 560 box, motherboard box, and then a bunch of power supplies. Those are all mostly 650s or 500s, just because I grab them when they're cheap, and I'd rather have a couple extra just laying around. I do actually want to invest in some nicer, better power supplies here soon. A couple people have swayed me, showing me what happens when you have a cheap power supply and you work them too hard and they die and burn out and make a bunch of smoke, and hopefully never catch on fire, but they could be potential fire hazard working the cheaper power supplies too hard. But yeah, so that was just a quick update video. Look out for the daily mining video tonight. Hopefully I'll have the RX 580 and the 560 on there and see what they're actually doing. That's the goals for tonight. Trying to get as much stats as possible to help y'all out, and yeah, just keep the ball moving forward. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Adios. Just for reference, if anybody was wondering how big the 580 is compared to a 560. It's a good looking card right there, and this is the Sapphire Nitro Plus. So, yep. Adios.